Hello, good night, and welcome to the iRepSports show. I am your host, Rick Winter. Glad you could join me tonight. Flying solo in a little while, I'll be joined by my colleague and friend O'Neill 1892 Campbell. But so glad you could join us tonight for this show, the iRepSports show. And good evening, good night, wherever you are. Glad to have you. All right, we have a lot to talk about tonight as we kick off the show. And of course, we will be talking about our beloved Liverpool as usual, but it's about football as always. So we'll be talking EPL, the Champions League, the final round of games were completed this this afternoon. And we'll talk about the teams that made it to the next round. And we will be reviewing. So we're reviewing the EPL from last weekend and the Champions League final round of games, group games that ended today. All right, we'll be talking about injuries as it relates to Liverpool and some transfer rumors as it relates to Liverpool as well. So glad you could join us for this show tonight. All righty, so how's everybody doing? Glad to have you. Yep. All right. So here we go. So we the English Premier League, the recent round of games ended, and we have had where. Ooh, sorry about that. Just a bit of technical difficulties. One moment, please. Just a website difficulty. All right, I think we corrected it now. All right, let's go. All right, so the English Premier League recent rounds ended, and as we look at it, our beloved Liverpool, they are still up there in the hunt, despite all the challenges. Despite all the challenges with injuries, we find ourselves sitting tied in first with Tottenham Hotspurs. And the question that is being asked: what if Liverpool had all their players? What would it be like? Well, one of the good things is we cannot live in the land of if or maybe. We just have to live with what we have before us. And so at the present moment, we are thankful for what we have because we are still in the hunt. So we just completed match day 11 out of 38 games. So 11 games out of 38 completed on the weekend, and we had some interesting results. On Saturday morning, Burnley and Everton ended 1-1. Burnley took the lead, but Everton clawed their way back through Calvert-Lewin, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and man, this man is becoming a prolific goal scorer as he continues to rack up the goals for Everton as they seek to get back the winning ways and somehow probably try to get into a European spot. All right, I have another colleague joining me tonight, Demo, the man Demo himself. Hey, Demo, how you doing, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up, boss?
You have a new name, Demo Dre. Clap messed up. All right. Uh, Club, what's up? What's up? What's going on?
We're good, man. We're good.
Uh,
We're there, here, man.
yeah, good to see you. Missed you last week, but we had a good time. And as you know by now, we are up on three platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and we're also on Twitter. So yeah, people can find us wherever they want.
All
And if
right.
they miss, and if they miss the show, of course
Yeah.
they can go to YouTube and watch it at their own leisure and time. So yeah,
Straight, straight. Big up everybody who tuning in. Big up.
yeah. Yeah, I was looking at just reviewing the EPL from match day 11.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking out the Everton game. All right, one moment. We have another. We have O'Neill. All right, bro. Welcome, 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 welcome. So we have the full squad.
Blessings. Night, 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 night.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, on you.
I got my name too long, I forgot shorten it.
Leave it at 1892.
I tell you,
Yeah.
unlike Dima
Yeah.
now, I'm glad part of Dima thing now show right now. Although I can actually I can understand where he's coming from to some extent, you know.
Mhm.
But
Eh,
we'll but
We,
we'll,
we'll get
we'll,
there.
we'll
We'll
get
get
into that
there.
definitely.
We'll get there. All right. Well, I started looking at started to review match day 11, the EPL. So I was just looking at the Everton Burnley game. It ended 1-1. Everton. Burnley went ahead, but Everton clawed their way back through
Mm.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Again.
Man has become a prolific hitter of the net.
Let's not go there.
Let's not
Anytime I
go
talk
there.
football, it's I think fantasy, and he got out my team and he messed up my good run. You know,
Oh,
he
okay.
he he's one of those things when you get rid of him, and then you pay for it. You know.
Sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
but this just on DCL, I think it was because of his positioning and what he was asked to do in previous installments why he wasn't getting the goals. Along with that, obviously, clearly, he's improving and he's still very young,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
he's clearly talented. And with his height, with his ability in the air, he's not bad with his feet either. He knows where the goal is. He knows how to get in the box. Then he's gonna get himself some goals. And to be right up there, I think leading goal scorer now. I'm one ahead
Yeah.
of him and Son, and Son is a midfielder, so that's another that's something else. But for him to be right up there at this point, um, after 10 games, that's basically just over a shade of a goal per game. Hats off to you, young man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Doing well. Doing well.
Yeah, but the hype for Everton slowly falling like I thought it would. Um, they're falling back to where they belong, which is mid-table, and all the hype of this James Rodriguez is the reborn and a lot of nonsense. It's slowly dimming, and I'm happy to see that they're falling to where they belong.
You just couldn't leave the neighbors alone, right?
No, because a
Remember,
big
remember
hype
there,
for
remember
Everton are
there,
going win.
remember there, remember there with us when the 86, when the 96 fall. You have to give them a little break.
No, no, no. I mean, like they were very hyped up and overhyped, and
Just kidding, man.
Richarlison name a call up
Drive the nail home. Yeah, man.
With
Drive the nail home, man.
Ballon d'Or contender. Him coach I got talk about he can win the ball and them nonsense like. But he tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. So I'm happy.
No problem.
Burnley, well played. They've been struggling for a while and back home, deserved point.
But before we pick up, guys, please hit the like button. I'm not sure which platform persons are coming on, but I'm gonna be sharing. I'm trying to share as well. But hit the like button so you can like, share, subscribe, comment on any platform that you're on right now watching us. Hit the notification bell if it's on YouTube. There's notification for Facebook, so you can know when we have a show and what's coming up next. So whatever you do, just get get sharing, begin to share. Just send the comments up, hit the like button, everything to engage. All right,
All right.
go
Well,
ahead, bro.
we have two persons on Facebook and one on YouTube at
Big
the
up on
moment.
yourself. Big up on yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man.
that's better than zero, and that's always a good start.
Yeah. Yeah. Next Manchester City, they won 2-0 over Fulham. I expected City to win. But kudos to Fulham. Despite their struggles, I don't know if I can call City high scoring at the moment because apart from the 5-0,
Yeah.
everything else was 1-1. They do much better in the Champions League as it relates to scoring goals, but
Mm-hmm.
nonetheless, they run out 2-0 winners over Fulham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything on that, guys?
um, it was expected. I mean, if they didn't beat Fulham, you'd have to question their credentials, which we're already questioning. They've been stuttering at the start of the season. Unfortunately for us as Liverpool fans, they have a game in hand, so they can cut into that lead. But for what it's worth, they've been stuttering along, getting some fortuitous results, if you ask me. But with the fixtures that they have, which should be easier to manage, they should be getting the usual 4 or 5 goals that they normally score. If they're not able to do that, or they continue to drop points, then they know that they're in trouble.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Cool. All right,
Yeah,
City.
man. The only surprise in that game is that City didn't score more goals. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that for
that
me
pretty
was
much
the thing.
sounds like it.
Yeah. All right. Manchester United went to London at the Olympic Stadium and won 3-1 over West Ham. A game I was watching,
Ah, boy.
and West Ham just to me give away that game.
I
Yeah, yeah,
didn't. Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead and
yeah.
expound on it. I didn't get to see the game, but I heard that it was horrible finishing,
Listen,
or attempt to finish by West Ham that cost them.
listen to me. West Ham should have been 4-0 up at halftime, and I'm not talking about chances where people are kicked from way outside the box or not
Right.
like that. Like clear cut chances. It should have been 4-0 up at halftime. Haller was 1-on-1. He rounded De Gea, and just to put the ball in the net, him slip before him kick the ball into the goal, and then
Was the
they had.
surface wet? Was the surface really wet though?
I just think Haller is a done footballer. I don't know, but
With the goal that he scored the previous week, where he says a buck ups.
no, sir. Haller score one in every 55 games, so you can expect that. So they should have been clear ahead. Like it was just West Ham were so dominant without Ole putting out Bruno Fernandes,
To
and
me,
he didn't start the game with Fernandes, and you can tell that man is just carried Manchester United on his back, and West Ham were so dominant until he came on the park, and he by himself completely turned that game on its head when he came on at halftime. The first goal that Manchester United scored, to me personally, no bias. I said De Gea. It wasn't even De Gea who was keeping. It was Henderson.
And Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, and his clearance looked like it went out and came.
oh, I
Yeah,
heard about that.
yeah.
I heard about that. People were
And
saying
VAR
that the
reviewed
ball
it,
went out.
yeah,
VAR.
but
No, hold on. Please do not mention VAR as if they are justified in what they do. They will listen.
All
Listen,
right,
Alric,
all right,
don't go there.
all
Don't say
right, all
VAR
right.
review anything. Don't not bother with it, brother.
yeah, well, when
Worse
they
it go on
did,
today. Let's talk about West Ham, please, Adima, because trust me.
no man, they did review it.
And therefore what?
But they said it was a clear and obvious, and obviously if
No,
you don't have
nothing is clear enough yesterday when it comes to Manu.
and obviously you don't have a certain camera for sure that it was all the way out or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Manchester United, I must say, Bruno Fernandes completely turned that game on its head, and they
But
just ran out second half.
but
Man, good
my
goal,
thing is
good second for Pogba.
my thing is though, had Michael Antonio been on the park, I'm sure they would have been far and far away from Manu, because he's much more clinical, and he knows how to find the back of the net. I remember
Nah, bro.
Um,
Alier is dead.
yeah, you're probably right. But
What
what's the other guy's
him
name
say?
again?
Him say
Well,
I don't know how Alier drop. Oh,
Either. Yeah.
oh,
because the man is not a footballer, boss. He have two left foot.
hello. Left footers need to play. Need to have need some love too, man. Um,
Wow.
so hold on. What's the name of the guy who came from which country again? It's Switzerland or what's his name? He was a big
Ooh.
striker for West Ham for a few seasons, but he was given he used to give
Oh,
a lot of trouble, man.
Arnautovic.
Yeah, had he had a Antonio and Arnautovic, man, he would have been dead. Even
No,
if it's just Antonio,
no, I'm
even if
deal
it's
with
just
the
Antonio.
ifs and buts and
No, but
maybes.
I'm saying no. All right, put that aside. I'm just saying. I'm just going nostalgic, but I'm saying Antonio. It's clear he's much more clinical. You're talking about Haller missing chances, but Antonio has proven himself game in game out that he's very very dangerous. And if you give him the chances, let's say you give Haller 5 chances, he's probably gonna score one,
Mhm.
and Antonio will probably score 4 out of 5 because he's
Yeah,
in that level.
yeah, that's true. But on the day, man,
Can
they
you say
only have
there are
themselves
lots
to
of chances? I can understand that.
literally. I'm not even exaggerating, O'Neal. 4-0 up at halftime. West Ham should have been. If you go watch that highlights, you guess what I'm talking about.
Cool.
Mm, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Are pretty much the same.
Yeah, man. Second half, the substitutions by Ole turned the game, and definitely I agree with the Fernandez thing that he really, when he came on, he really changed the game. That goal, I think that's the equalizer that Pogba scored.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Same
Fernand.
clearance, and then bring it in and put it across, and Pogba rifle it in.
Big
That
goal.
that's a typical Pogba goal.
there, there,
Those goals, that's what I know Pogba for.
there are
Yeah.
times when Fernandez can disappear to some extent, But one thing with him though,
I think most ballers go through that.
no, to an extent, no man. You have some that are ever present,
Bro,
generally.
I have
Right?
never seen Fernandez disappear since
No
him.
man, there have been times when he's been missing in some games, but one thing is for sure,
To me,
that boy
not often.
that
To
boy
me,
has
not
a
often. But
I've seen a few. Okay, fine, but I've seen a few games there. He's been missing in action. But put that aside though. Even if he's
Mm.
not there in the general gameplay, if there's a dead ball to be had and he's over it, you can
Mhm.
expect problems for the opposition. That is for sure.
Yep.
Uh, Very good at free kicks, set pieces, even more so in terms of corners and any dead ball.
Mhm.
He's very very good at that. And of course, we know the penalty saga. Although he's been missing a few, but he gets a lot of practice. Put it that way.
Yep.
mm, even the second goal by Greenwood, the man in the midst of what 2, 3 West Ham defenders, and them have the time to control and turn.
Yeah. I don't know if them start try defend too early or I understand, but they just battled it, man.
Yeah, and then that they also was playing an island because what's his name? Rashford's goal was a through pass and him outpace the defenders and scored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rashford will do that to you though.
You have to give it to them though. Good win. Can't take that from Manu. Good win, despite.
And that's right off the back of doing it against Southampton too. Like
Mhm.
Hey, but and we're gonna get to the Champions League. But these results that they were having, in terms of coming back and all of that, it was good in that for them. You saw some level of fight and they were able to get back in games that generally of the last few years they've not been able to get back into. But
Yeah.
it's like the writing was on the wall. You
yeah.
can't do it every single game. Go ahead.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I kind of see it with I see what you're saying, but I also blame Leipzig for that too.
Well,
Naivety.
Or
yeah,
reset.
man. Yeah.
Three
No man,
two.
no
The
man.
3-2 that Red Bulls win yesterday.
Yeah man.
Naivety.
We're not gonna skip to that yet. That's just a slightly alluded, but we're not touch it yet. So when we cover the Champions League, we can.
Yeah. All right. Chelsea leads. Chelsea ran out 3-1 winners after going down 1-0 after 4 minutes. Bamford. But the Chelsea juggernaut is rolling. Just have to say that. And Giroud is seem to find him sparks. After 4 goals in the Champions League, he's back
Yep.
again. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I have to give it to Frank. Team playing good, and
Yep.
I think probably that's their first goal, the first goal they conceded in EPL in a while too. So
Yeah, Mendy.
yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
so the thing is, I think people need to check how them view Leeds, because all of this hype and oh they play attractive football and they're nice and they this and they that. I tell people from they played against Liverpool, me realize the Leeds cannot defend and they will score a bag of goals, but if they score five, expect the other team to score 6 or 7. They just cannot defend. And
I,
so
I don't fully agree with you. I think that because when they've set out to really frustrate opposition and support. They've done that, like what they did against City. I don't remember. I think they scored second or first. I don't remember which one it was. But you saw that there was a level of cohesion in that game. Once they lost position, everybody was coming back, and that the guys, as I said, broke their neck, and we're tracking back, and we're in position. And when they are on it, they actually can do some good decent level of defending. It's just that sometimes I think that their issue is um discipline. Maybe when the guys on the wider players push up, they don't have the play. They're not putting themselves in position to defend, because Bielsa I think has a pretty good game plan in terms of his approach overall. But you know that one of his marquee things is that he's going to have them to press relentlessly. He's gonna try to have them playing from the back and build up play, etc., and quick counters, etc. That's just his mo. And I think that when they are on it in terms of them mentally focused, they are able to defend, and I've seen that in a few games.
all right, so
Mark you though, I can't discredit or say anything against what you're saying for the most part when in terms of their concession of goals. But I think if they put they screw their head on and they're focused, they actually can do some decent level of defending.
no, boss, Leeds can't defend. That is there to show in their goals conceded and when they watch the game. That City game that you mentioned, I don't know if Al can bring it up, but City had a bag of chances in that game just because them can't defend.
But hold on. All right. So
You when him
what
catch or whatever are the worst
yeah.
defender that in the league. He's horrible. And him,
Oh,
and he met Germany side the other day too.
that's what I was about to say.
about what?
The coach is a
Welcome
German
to the
international.
R Toolkit.
Yeah, and the game where the man play for them the other day, I think Spain give them 6 when him there play.
Hmm.
So hold on, I blame. I
He,
blame.
he cannot defend, boss.
Hold on, is him blame for the six?
Well, I'm just saying, Leeds need to learn to defend.
He's a
I think
part of it.
they sacrifice.
No, hold on. But hold on. All right.
We had to show the highlights.
Yeah, the Leeds game we
Oh, you have
played.
some highlight. Oh, sorry, I was looking at. Go ahead.
Leeds game.
Oh,
Alright.
start do that. No, that body.
Kaiser Shelley scores the goal.
But it's an old game, you know.
Manchester City
That's
have
against City.
almost since the off here.
Mm-hmm.
And Coops
Yeah, but
No
man,
man,
look,
no man.
defensive
This not go-
pass.
this not going to be
the man
Demo case.
they must
It's not going to be Demo case. Demo want to see the one that
no,
the foolishness.
you say against City. Them there defend properly. The man will show you.
No, I'm saying no. But so hold on. No, you
Wow.
can't show the highlights now. Go show everything from family. But hold on, them concede. But
No,
I'm saying,
if
hold on.
it shows you 5 chances, Zine, you're gonna see 5 chances of Leeds not defending properly. You want to see more than that?
O'Neil. All right,
Hold on,
O'Neil.
hold on,
My
hold on,
view
hold
on it. Hold on, O'Neil. Hold on. My view on Leeds is that they defend with a lot of naivety.
AKA can't defend.
The other thing is that I don't think they have strength in the squad for EPL. Championship is different from EPL, brother.
Nah, I
I
think
no matter how good, yeah, they buy Rodrigo. Really well them buy. Then probably buy another player, but that's it. I don't think they're really strengthened for EPL. It's a different level of football, boss.
No,
And they still come.
not discount that.
And
Nah.
they still they come up with the promotion and they are still playing this. You practically say the same style that they played in championship. Mark you, that's your style, but you need to make some adjustment because this is a different level of competition, and
All
that is
right.
why they are scoring, but they're
Yeah,
also
yeah.
being scored
All
at
right.
a lot.
So
And I
quick
think
question.
that's really the point Demo said.
Quick question. Since Demo love do them thing, that's if you want to take the bait still.
Go
But
on.
are there three teams worse than Leeds in the league?
Yeah, by
Meaning,
far.
so
No,
okay,
so,
so
no. So my thing is, I
no,
don't
may I
think
ask,
Leeds are
you
gonna
think
get.
Leeds?
I don't think Leeds
Okay,
are gonna get relegated. And contrary to what I'm saying, I love watching Leeds play football now because when they attack, nothing like it in the league. Like they play
except us.
so pretty. Them play better than Liverpool a lot of the times. Just how the Luke Ealing and they just play so brilliant ball.
And
And even in that Chelsea game, I was watching them and it's like, yo, Leeds just play so good going forward, but they can't defend. So don't get me wrong, Leeds are going to stay up. I think they're perfect for the league, but they just need to learn how to defend if they need want go in like top 10 and flirt around top 6 and them kind of stuff there.
all right, fair enough.
That's it.
Fair enough. All right, next game on the agenda: West Brom
Hold
1,
on.
Crystal Palace.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Before that, Christoph, I think it's Christoph. Had posted, had said something. He had,
Giroud.
yeah,
Giroud
Yeah,
is
I
highly underrated.
totally agree.
yeah, man.
Totally agree.
I always cuss Arsenal and Chelsea fans. The
Me,
Chelsea, of
our
course,
France fans.
yeah. He doesn't have a big case for the last World Cup in terms of goal,
He
but
does. He
you have to
does.
no, I mean for some to knock him, but there's still a case that can be built. But for his time at Arsenal, his time at Chelsea currently, highly underrated as Christopher is saying. And one of the things is that he's bailed out both teams so many times, especially Arsenal because he was there longer,
Yep.
right? And he had to come off the bench, and he was frustrated being on the bench, but he wasn't getting the starting. But once he came on, more often than not, he had an impact, right? Is that he would begin to rough up the defenders and created space for his teammates, or he nodded on lobbed passes or long balls, or he had his back to goal and was able to control one or occupy one or two defenders. Flick ons. He's not bad with his feet at all, so he was able to make some neat passes to the defensive lines. Also scoring goals. He did that countless times. But I thought he was very, very, as I said, underrated and disrespected to me by the Arsenal people because he was like one of those persons who was divided
Yeah.
in terms of divided opinion
Yeah.
at Arsenal. I'm used to custom and say, see, disrespect Drew, and he always bailing the guys out. Same thing at Chelsea, and not a lot of detractors, and he's bailing them out a number of times before. Well, not a number, but at different points you see what he brings to the table. So I
Yeah.
just think that as Christoph said, highly underrated and deserves to be give a little bit more respect. Especially look what he's doing for France. He's what 30 what now? I don't know 34, 35. If
Yeah.
that much. But he's right up there in terms of the goals scored for the country and for France. But imagine if he had scored in the previous World Cup, he would be past the record now.
Yeah. Oh,
But
and we're just there gonna move on. I'm gonna forget. Like, I don't know if you guys watch the game, but this team over, you see the chances where team over and I miss.
hey,
The
this is
man
the thing.
literally take the ball off of the goal line, and miss. Like we don't know
I, did,
how.
I didn't see that one. I heard about that was like I was listening. I think I was listening to it. And I heard that one and like it was like whoa.
Timo Werner of recently, probably the last 3 games, missed some very easy goals. The man now I look like the German Shane Long. That this, I don't know what wrong with Werner, but
What you do the man, so brother?
Hey, no man, the man wicked. The
if,
German Shane Lang, brother.
listen, if you
No,
can
brother.
bring up Timo Werner miss right now, if you can bring
No
it
man.
up. Yo, I cannot believe, boss. They're the same
um,
that we that did for.
Giroud had 44 goals for France in 105 games.
Yeah, but Chelsea looks strong. That's all we can say.
Yeah, they are. Definitely, they look good.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to the comments. Hey, Al, don't be afraid to put up some more comments so we can see what's going on. You know,
Yeah,
our
man.
response to some comments. So what Mario had said way back when about what we were discussing. I
So
don't know if Mario is still on, but Mario, generally, or the idea is, um, we
There
do
you
speak
go.
about Liverpool stuff because we're Liverpool fans, so that's gonna be in the foremost in our thoughts. But we have no problem touching other topics. Weren't you on when we had Earl Bailey and so forth, and we have other guests lined up coming within in the weeks ahead and so forth. So don't think it's just Liverpool centric, and you can pose what you need to say or talk to us, DM, whatever the case may be, a private message and give you suggestions. That's fine. We take suggestions and all of that, but we speak about the thing foremost in our minds and our thoughts, which is Liverpool. And we have no issues, sorry, touching other things as well, which we are doing now in reviewing some of the games.
All
yes.
right. All right. We're going to show the Verna miss.
Mr. Okay.
It's actually a
Yo,
compilation.
my glad. No man, just go to the last one. All right. What's it? Look for the man, boss. Timo
Oh my
Werner has
God.
been shocking, boss.
Yeah, I wanted to try to give some level of defending to him, but it's like can't
All right.
really
See
defend
there.
him at
Hold
all.
on. See
Watch it,
there?
see goal. Watch it.
But the keeper touch it though.
The man there right under the goal, brother.
No, I'm saying the keeper box is the keeper box it to him.
I don't know what's wrong with the man,
The
boss.
keep, hold on, when he was taking the shot, the keeper hand was right there and he hit it. But
Al, you
Brethren.
can't just find
But,
that one there alone. The
yeah, man.
last one.
No, but here's the
but
thing. You see the
I'm
goal
gonna
that
think of the keeper back.
you see the goal that Curtis Jones score. You hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, man.
The goal that
Yeah,
Curtis
yeah.
Jones scored. A simple thing like that.
Wait,
You
wait,
needed
wait. Get it straight. Which one? Because he's been scoring a lot of goals, So tell me,
the
which one
goal
is
in the
that?
Champions League against Ajax. The goal against
Oh,
Ajax.
okay. All right.
I know
That's
that
all.
was
That's all Team Murphy
you,
doing now.
you know that was coming.
That's all him need for do. I don't know what's wrong with Timo Werner.
Put that aside though.
Yeah.
There have been some shocking misses from him. To be honest, the question. Hold on, I read up the video there. Hold on, the Al. I,
Go on, man.
hold
Run it
on,
in.
I'll get to it.
Yeah, go. No, man, play the miss, man.
Hold on, no, hold on. I said from we get the simulcast thing now, I'll get to it now. And I said, video everything and spring up with it. So, what I'm saying is, back to Timo. Are we saying then that you're happy he's not here? In
No,
Liverpool colours?
no. No, I mean he still has a lot of goals. I think he has like 7 plus goals to Chelsea. I
But
mean,
he's had some blatant misses
right,
though.
right. No, I can't complain of picking Jota over him because Jota is on fire.
Actually for me, where he's concerned, you know what? He's just coming into the league as well.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, Jota has been here. He's just
Yeah,
coming into the league. So you have to kind of look at that as well. Because even some of the games he's gone completely missing and has to be pulled and stuff. But again, as I've defended many before him, I just have to give him that the level of defense that I think first time persons coming into the league deserve. Some start on fire, most don't. And so but his game involvement for a number of the games, his movement is clearly there in terms
speed.
of his runs. And with the personnel that is around him, the persons coming back, you have the Pulisic's and they have the
Yeah.
all those players. He's gonna continue to progress and do well. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Um
just play. Let me see if
man
I.
the man with the plan.
Open goal miss versus Leeds United is the Premier League match played on Saturday
Oh, what
night.
is
Chelsea and the Leeds are playing. They are making the Premier
Like
League.
the
And
people I don't know near the man, boss.
Chelsea was shocked by
No, I didn't.
it's why they
Oh,
were
what
even
is
more
it?
shocked
You're
when
taking the
Timo
ball
Werner
away.
missed it possible. Oliver Giroud got on the end of the lovely corner pass. His goal was going to the goal, but Timo Werner prevented the goal by taking a shot against the goal himself. If
Live
somehow
evidence,
prosper,
not still
the
pictures.
chance was gone. A horrible miss from Werner, who prevented his teammate of scoring a goal.
Man
Forgive.
literally blocked the man, boss.
Oh, who took the shot?
As Giroud hit the ball and the man I try to tap it in and kick it away instead.
Oh,
like,
that's the play.
like
Okay.
he try to flick it in, so you know, but his foot no go around the ball and he kick it. Like,
He might clear it. What I'm saying?
Giroud was so upset, bro. Like, just leave the ball.
He's hooking it clear. The man is practicing his defending.
All he had to do was leave the ball. It would have scored.
Hello,
That's what I
hello.
was saying. That's what I
Hold
was
on,
saying.
hold
What
on.
Curtis Jones do
Who?
outside of the foot.
Hold on, the Al. Who do you know as a striker that doesn't want to get the goal for themselves? Come on, strikers, bro. Strikers want to get it off their bum. They want to get it off if elbow is allowed anywhere.
That was embarrassing. All right, move on.
West Brom 1, Crystal Palace 5. Their biggest win in a long time. But as I always say in previous shows, this is Crystal Palace for you. Hot this week, cold next week. Well, they have been cold for 2 weeks in a row.
That red card changed the whole game, and I think it was a nonsensical red card, and it just turned the whole game, bro. I don't know how them see that as a kick out. I mean, him foot go up, but I don't know, man. That turned the whole. I think it was 1-1 at the time when.
Is it intent? Yeah, it was 1-1. Is it intent that they're going by? Because the same thing with Hyun-Min. Okay, was Hyun-Min Son's one last year worse?
I mean, when he broke something the foot.
No, man, he had a kick out at one point, and I think he got a red card or something to that effect. He kicked out in a game before.
Oh,
you don't remember that one?
No.
Yeah, man, he had the same type of thing when he's on the ground and he did some kind of kick out. There have been a few players who have done that.
I mean, well, either way, it turned the game, and with Zaha back, Crystal Palace will. When you have Benteke scoring 2 goals for you, you know, say just no you're
hey,
as well.
I want, that's what I want to mention, bro. Benteke getting on the score sheet. Hey, don't do man so much still.
Yo, one of them was prime Benteke, you know, man.
Hey, well, I know the celebration was back, you know.
Yeah, but Zaha is the man.
Yeah, man. If Zaha doesn't score, you hardly see where the goals are coming from for them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mm.
West
Brom getting relegated, by the way.
The kick out.
Wait, hold on. What was that?
No, I'm saying West Brom is getting relegated anyway. So
definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, we say Al.
The kick out is from. I was just looking at it a while ago.
Mm.
Initially, when you see it, it never looked that way, but
slow motion, right?
Yeah.
That's for Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira. Yeah.
Slow motion make everything look worse than it is.
Worse than.
I agree.
Well, I guess when you get opportunities to kill off a side, you just do it, yeah, man.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see Gallagher doing well for West Brom. He's a Chelsea prospect from the youth academy. Yo, he has been awesome for the youth team for Chelsea for years now, and I think he's the captain for the under-23s for England too. And I'm glad to see him getting his chance playing in the Premier League and doing well. He scored the goal for West Brom, right?
Yeah.
And he also scored last week, so I'm glad to see the youth are shine now.
A good ball, but I'm swung into him though, for real.
Yeah, man.
This other guy on Crystal Palace named Easy.
Eze, yeah.
Yeah, man. Good little baller too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I like watching him. I still can. I need to go and search for the name of that Rasta guy that was playing for City when he was a striker. He's from Zimbabwe. I know, but I just don't remember his name. Is a remind me of him.
From Zimbabwe.
All right. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Leicester City 2.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield United. My bad. Sure.
Yeah, that's nostalgic, man. Man is going back.
Wednesday.
I probably
United.
should Jamie Vardy kill them off as a Wednesday fan.
You know? Yeah. But boy, I'm gonna say this no draw. I'm say yeah, Sheffield will get a point.
Oh my
But
gosh,
here comes Vardy.
bro! Sheffield has to be the unluckiest team.
Somebody says second season syndrome.
Yeah, but
Team.
like John Egan, see Vardy are running at the last minute. Just kick down the man and take a red card. No? Why would you let the man run past and a back off? See me? A step out, just kick down the man, take the card, and you know say it's too far for them to capitalize in the last minute of the game. Take the red card for the team.
You know you're the second person here said that.
No, but you cannot. You're getting a point from this game. You have 1 point for the whole season, and you're getting a point for this game, right? And you allow, as the captain of the team, you allow Jamie Vardy for just run past without taking him. No, man, when we see that, I was cussing because just before that, Brewster tried lob the keeper, and it never, it just go wide. As soon as he came on, he was just into the game and he tried to lob the keeper and he missed. And obviously, may follow Brewster. But I say, all right, take the draw, move on. Maybe it's a stepping stone for your season now. And you just allow the man as a captain for a run through without taking him out. And you know, once Jamie Vardy 1-on-1, 9 times out of 10, he's going to score. And so said, so done. Heartbreak.
Fede Valverde from Madrid, where took a red card against Atletico in what was it? Copa del Rey? Save Madrid.
I don't know. I never started.
Yeah, man. Last year, man, him foul Morata. Morata break away and him run him down and kick him down. Get a red card. Madrid win the shootout.
Yeah, man. As the captain, you have to take the responsibility, the boss.
Yep.
Yeah, Christoph is right. That is true.
Yeah.
I remember that game too, you know. And then take a run, go celebrate with Sacco, Madman Sacco.
Yes. No, that you said that I remember.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Sacco as a Liverpool man.
Yo, the man. Una can't tell me say something never wrong with Sacco.
Hold on. Was he? Hold on. No, Sacco was at Liverpool at the time, right?
Yeah, and Benteke he just gone to Palace. And that was what signaled him in the part that basically packed Sacco bags and said
no, hold on. That was
I'm supposed to just like
when was the plane incident? The meeting thing when he was supposed to go on
that was pre-season.
It was the same year.
Yeah, in a pre-season.
The same campaign, pre-season, and then after that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would say even if it's never goes so, I would say, boy, that must be. You're doing what? No man, come.
Leave.
Man,
Next plane out.
Next plane out. This is your last game, bro. Last game. Lord of His mercy.
And look where you end up at Palace.
Yeah, man. Benteke did a recruiting.
Exactly.
Recruit the man. I recruit him. Come cross with me, blood. All right, North London derby. Tottenham 2, Arsenal 0. Son at it again. And then hey, you know, today I was watching something with Mourinho, and I saw just before the goal, I don't remember which Spurs player fouled somebody on Arsenal. And Mourinho rushed to the sideline and I threw him watch like him and say, Reggie, the game just start. You can't do that. You can't get no card. By the time the ball went upfield, Son fired in the man is goes. Mourinho this. Right.
Yeah.
You know him in him element, you know. I said, Mourinho, man.
It was a Mourinho masterclass, boss.
Yeah.
You know this man operator already.
Yeah, but Arsenal, like
no, but before Dima go, but yeah, we know him operate. But right now, Arsenal is in the doldrums, Virgin.
Yep.
Literally, it's the worst Arsenal I've seen in years. And when people used to say winger out, this worse.
Yeah. It is worse.
I like Arsenal, you know. If I
Mm,
wasn't a Liverpool fan, maybe I would have been an Arsenal fan. But brother, this are the worst Arsenal missing man. Nah, lie
yeah.
you.
Listen, with Aubameyang operating the way he's operating right now, I don't know where the goals are coming from. Gabriel from centre back probably have more goals than the forward line right now because he's the one that's scoring from corners and stuff. But that incident with Partey being injured and Arteta pushed the man back on the field, like that just sum up Arsenal. Partey got hurt.
He probably never really realized kind of
The man get hurt, boss,
Party is over, man. What happened to you?
and run come off of the field for go up on the sidelines while the game a play. The man come off of the field and Tottenham a counter where he left the space to go tell Arteta say him can't play no more. When the man don't run past, Arteta push the man back by the field after he tell him say, I
I,
can't continue.
I think that was just like a reaction because you see something happening and it's almost like you're coming up and say, it's just it's just an instinctive reaction, really. But
If
like
me,
part and then all but you never say part of pick up speed.
if me tell you say me can't play and you push my boss, we have a problem.
But hold on, but
Because that probably do him worse.
party started to run. It's like in the mind, you know, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say,
well,
and then he boy couldn't go any further. It was just a crazy
the
incident.
adrenaline.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But
But
that Son Kane partnership, boss. I'm telling people right now, Harry Kane is being Firmino better than Firmino is Firmino right now. Harry Kane, boy, him are the definition of what Firmino's role is for Liverpool right now.
boy, okay, I have war with you because he's been brilliant in terms of um
Assist
And
just
goals.
overall play.
and
Yeah, I
goal.
mean,
Yeah, man.
so with the draw, he's with the draw and roll. But that's what I was telling some people. He actually has brilliant passes on him. You know, he actually has some really good passes on him. He has range. He has good passes, and the link up between him and Son is just immaculate. It's just unbelievable. The only team, yes, that I believe has to and can stop them is Liverpool. When Liverpool is on their day, well, not on their day. Generally, they have not really got one over on us for the most
Yeah,
part.
that's very
And more often than not, Hurricane is kept quiet when he plays against us.
yeah,
Never said.
that team then I mean, I think he scored the penalty against Karius when we have the 4-4 a 4-4.
Was it?
What a game they done at Anfield, man, and Karius was keeping and Salah or 2-2, I think. Salah scored like in the last minute where him kill everybody,
Oh yes,
and
2-2.
then everybody think the game done,
I
and then
remember
that
that game.
stupid penalty give up at the other end when Keane dive, and then he scored the penalty. I think he scored in that game for us. But
Yeah.
then, well, I thought Arsenal was very naive in that game. They knew Mourinho was going to do and
Either.
played right into the trap. No, but Christoph, we want them to do, them have to try to score. You want the two of them sit back? I don't understand what you mean. Fell into the trap. Unless you never want Arsenal attack. I mean, they tried to attack and they got caught on the counter. I think Bellerin was on the right and he tried to play in a ball. He got intercepted and they just break down his side. So,
Yeah.
and this Bellerin and this foul throw thing, that's a 4 foul throw the man have for the season.
Is becoming a habit.
Samson.
Why you
Samson
can't throw the ball?
cut him locks. Man cut him locks.
No, but how early footballers get taught to throw the ball as
No, bro, you don't need to break it though. The man is just in a terrible funk that he can't even get the ball in from the sideline. It's just horrible.
4 times?
Yes, 4 times.
That is a joke. The man have more foul throws than Aubameyang has goals.
Yeah, this no. You just
Oh yeah, Ruby the Arsenal, so brother.
I said man I deal with Aubameyang rough.
That is since him signed the thing, Yeah, man. Nothing.
No, go on. All right, next game, Brighton Southampton. Danny Ings is back. 1-1. Danny at the death. Only
Yeah.
must be
What?
happy.
Happy, yes, wrong team. Obviously, he couldn't fit into what was happening here because he was not gonna get the starting time. But as I was discussing with a friend of mine, Danny Ings for me, I think easily could play in any of the top six teams. Obviously, with for example, Aguero, looking at City, for Aguero being out, he'll be the perfect person to fit in because Jesus cannot score or cannot do what he does. More skillful, yes, in terms of his technical ability, but in terms of beating a play, etc. But in terms of finishing, knowing where the goal is, Ings scores all kinds of goals. Headers out of the 18-yard box. Sometimes he's just dribbling onto stakes and instinctive shots. Similar to Hurricane to me in terms
Left,
of the
right foot.
exactly. No place on the field is out of bounds for him. And for me, I'm just so proud of his growth. Um, as I said, disappointed because obviously injuries messed him up when he was at his time at Liverpool. Didn't get to show his true worth. But I'm glad that he's able to show it week in, week out on display, just coming back and took the penalty. And for persons who are struggling to take penalties, that is how you take a penalty. Just spotted the ball, knew where he wanted to put it, and he put it away, and that was that.
And you know what that is? That is karma for Brighton for that stupid penalty where the game get against Liverpool in at the last minute. He just come back and reach them. Because I don't know how that was a penalty because the man fouled the man way outside the box and him diving at the box and them say a penalty. So that's karma for them. And me just
We
want to
don't
big
we don't believe in that karma, man. What's wrong with you?
we just want to big up Yannick Vestergaard. I've been touting this guy since the start of the season. The man is a brilliant defender. The man is just towering in the air, both in the defensive box and the offensive box. And his passing range with left and right foot is out of this world, boss. So since the man coming to the team, Southampton fortunes has just changed. And him just, boy, I don't know. I would definitely take him at Liverpool, but I don't know people are really fond of him, but I am.
No Vestergaard thing can work around here.
All right. Christoph is saying persons are calling for the ref to start paying attention to Harry, that is Harry Kane, backing into players when they're challenging for a ball in the air. He has done it about 4 times since the league starts.
You know how I know that is true? Because he did it against Lallana for win a free kick or was it a penalty? I'm like, but the man back into Lallana and them say Lallana fouled the man. Lallana jump and he just backed into the man and I'm like, suppose the man did drop and broke him something. Because Kane chose chose not to jump, right? So I don't know if you don't know what I mean by backing into players. Like players
Yeah,
will jump and
Yeah,
he
man.
that's
jump.
bro.
Yeah, man.
That's not the part that has gotten us. But we know what it means to back into
We know.
players.
We know. Yeah, man. We know.
Right? No, I'm glad same point at all. They need to look out for real.
Injuries to appendages. We have to be careful about those.
Yeah, and Lallana injury prone already and the man.
Made in China.
So yeah, that's good. That's good.
You don't hate when they use that term,
We know.
I think you do that on purpose. You do it on purpose. You know that's just to
Of
upset.
course. He did it against Brighton when he won the penalty. Did it against West Ham. Chris Daly pop him neck. And the
Exactly.
most recent one against
That
Arsenal
was
with Gabriel.
I can't remember the Gabriel one, but I remember
the Crystal one was no the Lallana one. I remember distinctly. That was
and he won the penalty. And VAR went to look at the thing, and then I don't understand.
I mean, they don't understand. That's how they are, bro.
All right. Final game to look at. Liverpool 4. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Masterclass from the Reds.
That's
We all watched the game.
that's all I have to say.
Masterclass from. I'm waiting on you guys. We talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
You
didn't cover
distracted.
that. Yeah, because I'm trying to get some folks in this thing. I'm starting a party. Let's go. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Starting a
All
watch
right.
party. Mm-hmm.
So
4-0 win.
Um,
My first thing on that is goalkeeper. Brilliant. 0-0. Brother, hey, that chip they did bad enough. And the man just box it round the post. I say, yes, my boss. Comfy. And I say the man them a give him back pass. I say, all right, everybody comfy with it. You're good, you're good. And then we take it from there, get to goal. Hold on, Connor Cody forgets a Wolves in play for.
obviously not, because he dived to
Chip
get the
that
penalty.
down. And the chase down to Salah. Boom. Salah man rifle that
that
in
was
there.
just that was just a bad day. If I was going to say I'm gonna vouch for Cody to come back or anything, boy, that was a poor what do you call it now?
Attempt.
Audition. Poor
Mhm.
audition,
Hey, you see Endo reaction to him when the
man.
ref called the penalty?
Yeah.
Endo, it's like Endo said, brother,
He was
are
like,
we
Connor,
are
Connor.
we raised you know? Are you do that?
Yeah, man. I saw it.
Yeah man, can we see Messi ref a thief man? The man pull out of the tackle. I'm glad
Brother,
that was the only time I'm glad for VAR. I'm glad for VAR. Right there, so. But the
Yeah,
masterclass,
so
good game. We dominate that. We dominate. Genie goal was well taken, and then what Trent came on with that goal, and I was scored. Who was the other scorer?
Matip from Salah pass.
But yes, the corner end on
Well,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, man, good, good all round game from the team.
and the fourth one was oh, you mentioned the fourth one with
Yeah,
the the
yeah.
the Semedo own goal.
Own goal. Yeah.
It was a
Trent,
brilliant ball in by Trent. That
Trent.
was that classic Trent.
Yo, brother, that is sweetest ball, that man. Right round.
So you remember who passed the ball to Trent? Because
Yeah,
somebody
man.
have to pass the ball to him
Yeah,
anyway.
Curtis Jones, boss.
You see how far the man passed the ball from behind the half line to
Yeah,
find the
man.
man
You
all
see
the
it,
way up
man.
there?
You see
Okay,
it.
good. So for me, coming into that game, there were a lot of questions for me personally in terms of the pace of Wolves, because
Mhm.
we know Neto, Podence, and Traore they can start because they have Jimenez and speedy recovery to him.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
I I was very worried because Fabinho is not the fastest and Matip is not the fastest. So the pace of Wolves was a major concern for me, but I know that they're not clinical. They're fast and they have all the tricks, but I don't think they're clinical strikers. I think Podence has like 2 goals and Neto has like 3 or something like that too. And Traore is
Hold
terrible.
on. Clinical in terms of not having a Jimenez there as a focal
As
point.
as, as in
Yeah.
no, as in themselves finishing the chances. So they're good in terms of the build up play, but themselves they're not great as say a clinical finishers. So I was fine with that. So I thought that we might struggle against the pace. And I was thinking to myself, Trent is just coming back. Is Klopp going to play Nico? Obviously, I know him never play Adrian because him just done with Adrian. So I know it's a killer they could play. But I was wondering if you would start Trent or Nico, seeing that Nico played well in the Champions League and stuff. So when I saw the team sheet, I was like, yeah, man, all right, can work with it. But the way how we dominated that game,
Mm-hmm.
I never expected that. It was just like the Leicester game where,
I agree.
we had a lot of concerns coming into it with Vardy and all of that kind of stuff. And then when they turn up on the day, I mean, they're coming to play at Anfield. And with fans, it's at a different level. And those fans, for me, them are the man of the match because they were so loud for 2,000 people, boss. And they were just encouraging. And even for Connor Cody, you can tell, like, man, watch the game, they wanted to boo him. And it's like them caught, like, all right, I'm not going to boo him. It's a mistake, blah, blah, blah. And, he's one of us and all of that kind of stuff. So It was a brilliant game. I thought we just bossed the midfield. That three midfield should be the midfield going forward. Hendo, once Henderson is playing for us, I just think that, bro, we just look totally
That's
different.
super calm, man.
Yeah,
Hendo, if anyone doubts Hendo, sorry to interrupt, I'm basically just gonna let it continue. But I'm saying anyone who doubts or continues to doubt Jordan Henderson, you have your head under the ground in the sand, whatever, because Hendo is brilliant for Liverpool and he's just exceptional at what he does.
He's an
yeah,
inspiration to the team, man.
exactly. So my
He's,
my
he's,
o-
like, he's like the metronome.
my only negative from that game is just that I don't know what's happening to Mane because he now have him shooting boots on. The cross from Trent, him should have scored at the first place, you know. He actually kicked and missed, and then it bounced off by him foot and go up on Semedo foot. I'm like, and he had a couple other chances to score, and he's just not finishing his chances. So I think that's like 5 games now he's gone without scoring. So
Mm.
Sadio need for pattern up.
But
Oh,
yeah,
man,
still
man.
terrorizing defenders.
Definitely, definitely.
I've noticed that he's back defending.
Mhm.
Because like I suppose he knows what Adama Traore would have brought to the game. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
each time Traore is down, he and Robo are actually double teaming him, and I'm like, decent.
Oh yes, as you mentioned that, we know so we're gonna wrap up. As you mentioned that, let me just put this out there right now. You
No,
see,
not wrap up yet.
I
Not touch
don't
that.
want, I don't want. Oh, we have to go leave soon too for real.
Okay, all right, cool,
But
cool.
let me just say this before we leave. I don't want anybody, anybody at all, to come and put anybody else in the conversation with the best left back in the world. Andy Robertson, there is nobody close to him. Going forward, coming back, don't tell me about Anto. When name Davis, who just started play football
Oh, yeah, that's at Bayern.
and get benched
Oh, Alfonso David.
Yeah, from at
and get
Bayern.
benched for Theo Hernandez when him come over. Don't tell me about Alfonso Davis. Don't tell me about nobody else. Guerrero from Atletico, from Dortmund and Andy Robertson
And
has been
Mendy at Madrid, no way.
so consistent for Liverpool for 3 years. And we can count probably 5 games that Robertson have had a bad game. And it's probably after lockdown and we already win the league. The
Very,
man,
very.
the man was a monster against Wolves, like up and down. His energy just never stopped. His crossing was on point, and he's defending against Trier. Trier end up on the right side now for Trier attack Nico. Because
Yes.
remember, he had
Yeah,
a
I saw
yellow
that.
card early
I saw
because
that.
he just couldn't get the joy. You know what I mean? And people are trying to size up other left backs with the man who are do this for 3 years consistently. 3 years, right? And he probably has had 5 bad games. Don't tell me about no other left back. Just respect the man, respect what he's doing, and just know that Andy Roberts is the best left back in the world, not just the league, in the world. All right, good.
Um, I'm glad Trent is back, but I wanted Nico to get more run of games. I saw that his confidence was there, and when he just started, I saw that he was timid, but his confidence is there, and happy for Trent to be back. But Nico probably not getting no games now. But I was hoping because I saw a player that was improving and his confidence was right there. Well, the team will play good, so you will be confident, and then you see your teammate in at the goal and him do so excellent. Of course, it would build a vibe
To
to
be
go out there.
fair, I think he knew that once Trent came back, he was going to go back to the bench.
No,
So
man, I know that. It's just that for me, I saw someone that was improving,
yeah.
and but it is what it is. That's how football
And
goes.
he's a confidence player and same for the 23s. You see, when you see Nico just come in and look shaky and stuff, it's just probably just nerves and confidence. But once him start build up him confidence, man, he's good.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. We are now. Um, so as the standing is right now, after 11 games, we are on 24 points, same as Spurs, who have 14 goals to us having 9. And I love the fact that we won 4-0. Goal The goal so far improve.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so vast, and now it's only what 5 goals, a 5 goal gap.
Yeah, but do you realize that we have scored 26 goals? More than
What?
any goals?
I don't
Goals
believe
ag-
you.
goals for 26. Goals against 17. Spurs 23. The
We have
next
scored
highest team.
26 goals already this season.
Yes,
Yeah,
we scored the highest.
we're the highest scoring team.
Chelsea scored
Chelsea
25.
is 25.
That is
Spurs is
shocking.
Spurs is 23. Everton, no, City, where? City has 17.
I had to scroll way down the tail. I wasn't even seeing City. Okay,
Leicester and Southampton at
Wow.
21. Mm. Even Aston Villa have 20. I
Oh,
guess we can't have the 7-2 against it. Yeah,
no, score so much
26.
goal. I remember like a big score, like we score 4.
no,
I mean,
it's not all. It's not
we're
about big more. That's consistent.
we're the only team that
Remember we don't.
scored.
Remember we hardly do nil odds. You know. Remember we hardly
No,
do nil
yeah,
odds.
yeah. So that's the thing.
Didn't we won 3-1 at Arsenal? 2-0 at Chelsea.
No, we beat 3-1, yeah.
2-0 at Chelsea.
Mm.
4-0 now against Wolves. Um,
No,
there was no,
I'm sure it's there, you know. I'm just saying it's
mhm,
just shocking. I mean,
yeah.
we're the only team.
Because
We're the
it's
only
sneaking up on him, man. It's not one of
we're
the. It's not standing out there.
I think we're the only team that has scored in every game so far. So I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But guys, man, I have to go run, and I just want to say those Millwall fans embarrassing,
Yeah, good for
embarrassing. Like you that hurt on my head, brother. And then people coming on TV trying to justify it and all of this nonsense. That is very embarrassing. You don't boo players who are fighting for a cause and trying to bring awareness and stuff like you don't do that. And now the players them for Millwall are stand while other people are kneel when them are played. Uh, How them allowed to do that? Anyway, I'm not gonna
oh,
write myself, but
yeah, yeah.
I have
Let me
to
get.
run because I have to go deal with something.
All right, Chief.
All right,
Glad
Dean.
to have you.
Always good to have you, bro.
All right, big up on
Yeah,
yourself,
man.
guys.
Big up.
Blessings. Remember, you're aiming for some of your friends to come and join the party, right?
Who
Wink,
that?
wink. We talk, man. You know who to call on.
All right.
Your friends in high places. Come on, man.
All right, cool. We go.
All right,
Yeah, man.
blessings.
Cool, Demo. Cool. All right. All right. So that was our colleague Demo as we continue. All right. So today, completed the final set of games, match day 6 in the Champions League. And so now we have the 16 teams for the next round, the knockout round of second round. So with matches played yesterday and today, the results are as follows: Zenit losing 2-1 to Dortmund, while Lazio booked their spot in that group when they drew 2-2 with Bruges. Then Juventus ran out 3-0 winners over Barcelona at Barcelona to top their group on 15 points, the same as Barcelona. Then we also have Chelsea drawing 1-1 with Krasnodar. RB Leipzig 3, Manchester United 2. That ended Manchester's run in the Champions League for this season. So they will go to they'll go to the Europa League. The thing about it
Where they
is,
will fail again. Where they will fail.
in this game, I watched it and I saw all the goals for Leipzig. But then I start watching the game because I'm like, yeah, Leipzig have this. Next time we look back, 3-2 in with
Listen,
what,
listen.
5 minutes to go.
Those goals should not have been given. All right.
Why?
One, that was not a penalty
Mhm.
on whoever it was. I don't remember who was fouled. Right? I think it was Bruno or one of those guys. The guy is was a shoulder. First of all, the player was pulling back the Leipzig player in the first place. He was trying to recover now after being pulled back, and actually his shoulder went inside on the chest or right there of whoever the player was. So it was technically, so it was a shoulder. He actually beat the man to the to positioning, right? Got there just now, and it was called a penalty, right? I think VR rescued it or something. The other one was Pogba. What
Pogba's
happened?
goal.
They gave it to Pogba. They were looking at probably wasn't any handball. I'm not even sure. There maybe might have been a slight hand up by Harry Maguire. But for whatever it's worth, let us say they get the one goal. The, some of the calls were just atrocious, to be
Mhm.
honest. And it just seems as if yes, come hate if you want, but Manchester United again seems to be getting calls that just don't seem to be deserved. And and on the flip side, yes, I'm gonna say Liverpool especially have been affected adversely by VAR calls that are just seemingly nonsensical. Anything that should go our way is not going our way, and things that should not be held against us are being held against us. People are looking at the cameras, are looking at whatever for VAR, and it just comes out to naught. Once I see VAR coming into the picture, if we scored a goal or anything, I'm already expecting the goal to be chopped off or some reversal of any good thing that we've got.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, so let's see.
All right. So that was 3-2. Dynamo Kiev won 1-0 over Ferenc Varos. Sevilla booked their spot 3-1 over Rennes. So Chelsea is the winner of that group. Sevilla um, runners up. Liverpool 1-1 with Midtjylland, while Atalanta are runners up 1-0 over Ajax in Ajax. PSG, of course, winning their game 5-1 up in their rescheduled game after yesterday's drama about racism. So they won their group, and Leipzig
Hmm.
are runners up. Bayern Munich 2-0 over Lokomotiv Moscow, uh, while Atletico will follow them in second place after their 2-0 win over Red Bull Salzburg. Real Madrid, the team that most were looking at are expected to go to the Europa League,
I
turned
had
up
said bye
today.
bye. Hey, boy, I'm gonna know,
Turned
boss,
up.
sir.
Yeah, man, they look good, man. Could have scored more. Now the goal chalked off when Madrid cracker from outside the 18. So they run out 2-0 winners over Gladbach. So um, they are into the next round. Manchester City, 3-0 winners. They won their group. Porto are runners up, while the Madrid group, Real Madrid, Gladbach, Inter Milan, Shakhtar Donetsk, all four teams could have made it to the next round. But at the end of the day, I saw where after the Madrid match, Real Madrid Gladbach game, the Gladbach players were actually on the sidelines watching the Inter Shakhtar Donetsk game, and when it ended, they were celebrating because they made it to the round of 16, and so they were happy. You saw them celebrating as if they actually won a trophy. So
Well, I would celebrate too. They've never been this far.
yeah, so as it is right now, the qualifiers for the next round of the Champions League, which take a break,
As follows. Take a break.
there are.
Take a break on February.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Group A, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid. Group B, Real Madrid, Mönchengladbach. Group C, Manchester City, Porto. Group D, Liverpool and Atalanta. Group E, Chelsea and Sevilla. Group F, Borussia Dortmund and Lazio. Group G, Juventus, Barcelona. Group H, PSG and RB Leipzig. I saw a meme today where after I guess is the whole thing, Barcelona and Juventus meet. They dubbed it the clash of the goats. So there's a meme on Eurosports where Barcelona is it's like it's on a rope, and Ronaldo shoot a cannon and shoot them off, and there are four alligators in the water.
No water.
Manchester City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea, and they all have knife and fork. looking up and Barcelona falling off. While right beside Ronaldo was Buffon holding Messi by the mouth, like he was telling him to shut up. Like these guys are evil. But the possibility is that Barca play one of these four teams in the next round, but should have some mouth-watering encounters come January. And of
You did,
course,
I don't think you went to all 16 teams yet.
all 16 teams. Yeah, man, it don't know.
No, I don't think you mentioned all 16 teams.
Yeah, man, I did. You
Oh,
qualified? Yeah, man, I did. Yeah, man, I did.
okay. I look like I missed out some of those names that they call.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that's that for Champions League, and of course tomorrow, is Europa League. Of course, Marina started already.
Hold
His
on,
ninth game.
hold on. Before you make the switch. What were your thoughts on the? Okay, so hold on. Inter didn't qualify, right?
Right.
A glorious opportunity against Shakhtar, who were struggling themselves. Both teams could have anyone who won that game would have gone through along with Real Madrid. But
Mm-hmm.
for Inter, who was scoring, um,
Of
not
course.
if it's a free flow, but really had a serious dud today with a great opportunity. They were last in the table, so it's not that they were the great team in the group stage, but with an opportunity like this, Lukaku scoring, I think it was 11 goals out of 12 matches, and on fire, etc., etc. Um, do you think it was oh, and before that too, I believe that it would have been Real Madrid and Inter that we thought would have been the group, the ones to go through. So Real Madrid fulfilled that role, even though they looked like they were perilous, and Inter Milan failed. What is your thought on Inter not making it through with the quality players that they have, and what's your take on Antonio Conte? Again, another failure. Not even they're not even in Europe. They're not even in the Europa League. They're out completely.
Well, first thing is Inter not making it. That makes it what? Juve. Well, they are the only Italian team to not to make it to the next round. Um, Inter has been struggling. Inter has been struggling. Um, I think they are Lukaku dependent. Not hearing
Mhm.
much from Lautaro Martinez at the moment.
He had a great chance today to score, though. Unfortunate for him. Took a great strike and it came off the crossbar, but that was pretty much the closest he came to scoring.
Yeah. Inter for me has not been kicking down the door this season. Unfortunately for them, their city rival AC Milan has been the team on the up in Italy as it relates to Serie A. And again, for me, Conte, he has failed to deliver. I don't know if a situation where I know he's one of those coaches too that complain about not getting the right players. Um, I don't recall. Well, most teams hasn't really purchased players much this in the past transfer window because of what has been happening with Corona. But
Hmm.
um, and if it's the same team from last season, then I am not surprised at all about how they are right now. That's just Antonio Conte for you.
Yeah, struggling to find answers. Brought on Sanchez and Ericsson, later on in the match. There's nothing what was able to turn around. Funny enough, though, Sanchez got a brilliant header at one point, completely missed it. And then another opportunity to head came. He brilliantly headed the ball towards goal. Will the keeper have saved it? I'm not sure. He was going in that direction, but anything is possible. But it looked as if he was going on target and going into the goal. And there was Romelu Lukaku in an offside position. The ball just hit him. He did not know what he did not expect that, and that was potentially the game-winning goal for Inter. But I guess that sums it up. Near misses, opportunities spurned, and they were just not able to get a proper result against Shakhtar the next.
Are
But as you mentioned, Inter just taking a. Oh, sorry. This is the in the wrong league because I'm not seeing Inter is in the wrong league. They are positioned at where's Inter in the league?
You're not finding them.
No, the thing is loading slow. I'm trying to get back to regular. Oh, here we go. Just a second. So Inter is currently where are they on the table?
They're in second, man. Actually, second. They are
Okay, that
21.
took so long to load, but okay, 21
21.
points. So they're a little off the pace. 5 points adrift of AC Milan. What do you think of this AC Milan team, by the way? You think AC Milan has a great chance this year to actually win the title, led by, of course, the man himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
I'll wait until they reach. They're unbeaten at the moment after 10 games, 8 wins, 2 draws, and they have scored 23 goals. Well, Inter and Napoli more than them, but um, I'll wait until it's about halfway the season. Then I'll say what I think
Okay,
about
so how many teams in Italy? 20. So let's say
20.
around about 19 games in.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they have been a surprise though. Never
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
them to, but
This is 2020 for you.
mhm,
Juve is in fourth spot, 6 points adrift.
yeah.
Um, closely followed by teams that some teams wouldn't expect. Sassuolo,
Mhm.
AS Roma has been a disappointing unit for the last couple of seasons. Lazio,
That's still too. A team that
Flow,
was up top there, yeah. Even
Atalanta,
Atalanta.
right, who last season they were ripping the place apart and they just seem to be struggling mightily. And further down the table, looking at a team that is just historic. When I think of Italy, I think of the purple. I don't know what their name is. Their Italian,
Fiorentina.
but Fiorentina, um,
Mm.
way down the table, having people like in the past like Hernan Crespo and a number of other players,
Alberto Gilardino, man.
right? And for them to be floundering in 17th spot is not a good look for them at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Italian league for you right now. It's
Hmm.
and Napoli, who is in third, technically should be well, should they what would they be? Probably yeah, based on their goal difference, should be second, but they had a point deducted by the
Hmm.
federation. I don't remember what they did right now, but I think at the time, as far as I can remember, it was a just deduction. I probably should have been more, but I don't remember what the incident is clearly.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Was it that they didn't turn up for a game or something like that?
yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was. Something. Maybe it was something Corona related. Not sure. But one of the things I wanted to also say before we go, um, I don't know if you give it, yeah, your take on the Liverpool Michelin game, the changes, players that played, maybe they shouldn't have played. I don't know. What was your take on it?
All right. I wasn't so bothered about it. My biggest concern was that I hope that Fabinho would have stayed fit. So for me, I was hoping that he probably just played the first half, which somehow happened. I think he played at some part in the second half until Billy came on. But don't necessarily have a problem with it. I know persons kind of say why Salah play a full game,
Hmm.
and just my conjecture though that the kind of player he is, well, he was after a record to become Liverpool top goal scorer as it relates to Champions League. That was one. That's what I saw. I haven't really checked because um to see because I know Gerard probably is the one that have that, but that was one. Two, as I was saying today, that sometimes we don't know what is in the contract of
Yeah.
these star players, and so um, at the end of the day, sometimes those are the reasons that we don't see why their managers let them play. Yeah, I know we worry about injuries and the amount of games we have in December, but and again, I'm going to use the Hurricane thing. It's speculation, but for me, Hurricane wasn't fit when he played in the Champions League finals. Lucas
Right.
Moura would have been the ideal candidate, but it's a Champions League finals. The viewing would be through the roof, and whoever his sponsors are, um, and I think Nike sponsor Spurs jerseys. So all of those things taken into consideration.
They want their client or whatever
Yeah,
to show up and turn up.
yeah, and he's a top player, so they want that. So those are the things I'm considering why possibly even as Salah played a
Hurricane
full game.
final.
And it
Yeah.
came, yeah, yeah.
On Salah. Mm-hmm.
Want to read something what Klopp said? There's an interview. Paul Garst shared it. Klopp, honestly, it's absolutely not the mood to think about qualifications. Now already Fulham is in my mind. I cannot think about what happened so far. We feel we could have had more points in the Premier League. City Point was okay, but Brighton and Everton should have won. Could have more. Now is Fulham and they get our full focus. So I guess in a press the post match interview that was Klopp sharing his thing on the game. He's not
Right.
really in the mood about the qualification. Already know him qualify already. His focus is Fulham. You know, I kinda I see Klopp juggling this team based on what's available to him. One and two, he I think he's very focused on winning the Premier League again. That's what I sense about him. That I think he wants to win Champions League, as well.
Mm.
Probably want the double this time, but there's a focus I'm seeing as it relates to the Premier League, and also the other reason why I say it is that whenever Liverpool play one of the big six teams, there's a different Liverpool. There's a killer thing about them. The midfield.
We think they
It's
get
like,
that extra percentage.
yeah, there's that extra percentage. I watch it with the Arsenal game. I watch it with the Chelsea game. I watch it with the Leicester game. I watch it with the City game. And Fulham is one of those teams that are about there, so and you saw it with the Fulham game. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking out for it for the Manchester United game and the Spurs game, honestly. And I think that Spurs game going to be a firecracker.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's one I gave you a prediction already.
Mhm. Wouldn't surprise if hey Liverpool winning that game 2-0 would never be a surprise to me because me know some Mourinho go do him thing of less possession, part the boss counter attack, and if him can grab a point at
R
Anfield
R3.
or three, if him can get an early goal and lock shop, I go him that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But one thing we know about him goalkeeper, there's always an error in him. Just that people now figure that out. Lawrence, yeah man, there's
So you
always
see
an
the
error in
one,
Hugo Lloris, man.
you know, you know.
Observe that, especially the Liverpool games that Liverpool won, Liverpool versus Spurs with
Spurs.
Pochettino. There's always an error in him, believe me, especially at Anfield.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that well, since you segued into that, let's touch some of the games before we go that are coming up this weekend.
Mm.
Um, we cannot. Oh, I was gonna say Champions League, but that's off for now. Thank goodness, because we're gonna have to maybe. I don't know if we can get some more shows in, but we're doing once a week. But it would have to work for now. So before we get into the Premier League games, please hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, spread the word, help iRepSports to the family to get bigger, to get larger. All right. Look forward to your support, and feel free to give us suggestions as to how we can keep it growing and improve. We have no issues with that. And as I said, look forward to some of our guests that we have coming up in short order. All right, so I'll ask the game, and then you give me your thoughts on a prediction. All right, so let's just run through the list. Leeds, West Ham. That's
Leaning
this
to
Friday. That's actually 2 days from now.
a draw game.
You're leaning towards a draw.
Yeah,
Score draw.
yeah, man. 2-2.
Okay. I can't really go against that. You know, Suchek is scoring, so is Bamford. Um, anything is anything in those type of games. So shall I just said Leeds always are generally concedes. Wolves, Aston Villa.
Wolves, Aston Villa.
Wolves at home, yeah.
Aston Villa kind of falling off, but Wolves without Martinez kind of the attack kind of
Jimenez.
drop. Jimenez, yeah, sorry, Jimenez. The attack to me kind of diminished, but I'm still leaning to a 1-0 Wolves win.
Okay. You're right. Spurs. It was Spurs. Aston Villa does blow hot and cold at times, for real. And when you expect them to get a result, they don't, and when you expect them to lose, they win. So I don't know how to call it. But funny enough, I don't know. This Aston Villa team is so strange. I think they can actually get a result against a very quick Wolves team, but I believe that Aston Villa. I don't know. Someone will just feel like they're gonna turn up. So if it's not a draw, I think Aston Villa can squeak it.
Okay.
Next game, Newcastle at home to West Brom.
Newcastle 2-0.
Newcastle 2-0. All right, I will go one further and say 3-0. And when I predict, obviously, West Brom is now gonna come good and put Newcastle to the sword. I'll leave this fixture for last because I think this is the fixture of the round. Um, Everton Chelsea is the next game.
Hmm.
Everton at home.
Everton at home. Somehow me think this game is a draw.
Goals.
Somehow, yeah, man. Well, 1-1.
Okay. Everton not doing badly. Have their hiccups as we've seen from different times, but and then Chelsea also doing pretty well, really well. Hardly conceding. They're getting goals. They have so much quality in the team right now on both flanks, and also in the attacking third. So for me, it's I can see a draw, but I just think Chelsea. Uh, I'll stick to the defense. I'll stay on the fence. I think I'll stay on the fence because my thing is that who's gonna really stop Calvert Lewin? If they're able to stop Calvert Lewin, I think they're basically taking care of the goals. But
Hmm.
if he's dominant in the air, he's gonna cause some trouble. And Chelsea
And if
do
he
cause
gets the service from James Rodriguez and
right,
Richard.
right. Oh, the factor of Richarlison as well. Richarlison missed a few games, and you saw the dip in Everton's game.
Hmm.
Lost a few of the fixtures. I believe that with Richarlison um, coming back to full form and playing as well and giving trouble to any defense, which he can do, especially on that left hand side, I believe that he's a perfect foil for his partner in
Calvert,
crime, so to speak,
Calvert
which
Lewin.
is Calvert Lewin.
Hmm.
And James also has his hot streaks, and you know what? I'm not gonna do him as badly as Demo. James, yeah, James can play. He can play, and he started well in the league. But who knows? The league can catch up on persons who have never played in the league before. This is his first. He's not even a full season. He's barely played any games. First 11 games or whatever. You missed a couple, so probably first 10 games of his
Hmm.
career in Premier League. You have to give these guys an opportunity to
Yeah.
acclimatize, so to speak.
I remember
Uh,
the midfield not that bad, is what Dakor is there.
right,
Duck
Decore,
and Alan.
Alan is solid. Yeah.
Mm.
So they have a
Yeremina not bad either. Probably
no
Everton's
man. Me
weakest thing.
slightly. No. Me not shaking, brother.
Him shaky.
Me not shaky. Yeah, man. To me, him shaky, man. At times, have a good game. Remind me of Mendy and um Bailly
Sako.
at times. Yeah,
Sako.
man. Fine, Sako. at times. Um, there's stats to back up Saka doing well for us now. But anyway, moving on. He's not with us anymore. Saka and
Mhm.
others who just have this the brain freeze or something. Lose concentration. That is Mina for me. I think Mike
David
Keane is
Luiz.
Keane steadies the ship. If it's not Keane, it's yeah, Keane steadies the ship for the most part.
I remember Everton
You're
have
gonna say
Sigurdsson coming off the bench too, you know.
yeah, and Sigurdsson quality player who unfortunately not getting the starts. All right, next fixtures. Southampton versus
By the way,
Sheffield
hold on.
United.
Before we move, Dine is back, or was he injured? Lucas Dine.
Uh, yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think he came back. I'll check in a minute. I'm
Oh,
checking.
all right. Southampton, Sheffield. Southampton, this man. Worse with Danny Ings back.
Sorry, I
On-
can't bring him in my fantasy team.
The only problem with Southampton right now is um they'll be running away the game and then them just start leak goals.
Okay,
But with what's happening with Sheffield, Southampton. 3-1.
okay. Last round, Dina was not back. He was injured. They brought in Fabian Delph, and it was a
Dealt with
defensive
that?
three. Yeah,
What?
Godfrey. One of them did remember about him. Godfrey, who was formerly of Norwich, Mina, and Keane as a three-man back defensive unit. So that's what they did. Um, I keep pressing the wrong thing. Next fixture. Okay, yeah.
Crystal
But I agree with you. Yeah, Southampton for the victory. I'd be surprised if they don't get that victory. Palace at home to Spurs.
Hmm. I see Spurs winning this, but I hope just in the same way, for me, Crystal
Hold on.
Palace no at all core.
Is this emotion talking or is this level-headed Alright talking?
No, emotions. More Palace win the game.
Someone know what you want then. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So what the real Alric
Off,
um
off, on form, Tottenham to win this game.
easily.
Yeah, probably
Actually,
I'll
I
win
think
this.
that
Win
blow
this.
them out.
Yeah, man.
Blow them out. Full of five.
4 love me, I think. 4 love me, I think, and that's probably being conservative too.
Yeah, man, they have the quality to do it. And
Mm.
Hoiberg has been playing well at boy. There's this guy in a group. I mean, he's a Spurs supporter. And Nick, boy, I don't know. He's a Kane follower student. So anywhere Kane goes, he goes. He's a. Can you believe in this young modern time? He's a Liverpool defect. He
Mm-mm.
stopped Liverpool just before we started to win.
Yeah, man.
So it was with it. I said, hold on, when did they join? He couldn't
Him
be
no
in the club,
lion.
the club era. You left Liverpool, and it's the club era. Can you imagine that?
Him no lion, man. Can go on.
Shocking. Yeah, man. Yeah, we don't miss him. So Palace versus Spurs. I expect Spurs to win, but as you said, we want a result that favors us. So Palace to hold them, and we get the result against Fulham, which is the next
Fulham.
fixture. What do you expect? Fulham, Liverpool.
Fulham. Listen, as someone say on Twitter, go go with a full strength squad and just blow them out of the water. Simple as that.
Yeah, there's no Champions League to worry about. So as I said, try to dismiss them as early as possible because Fulham, they do have a few goals in them when they're on their day, which is rare. But you never know. Sometimes a team turns up because of the opposition, and Liverpool is one of those oppositions that teams are gonna want to have to say they got a scalp. All
Yeah.
right, so Liverpool have to try to, as I said, be ruthless early and try to
But our back line has been very good. Fabinho and Matip probably had what 1, 2, or 3 clean sheets. Well, let me go two with Kelleher in goal.
right.
And now we have our original right wing backs in position. So um, the back look alright, and if Beckham not come back this weekend, I am fine. I don't have nothing to fret
Give
about.
him the rest he needs. Give him the rest he needs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 'Cause you have a proper goalkeeper, another goal.
Yeah.
Uh, so midfield, Genie,
I know you didn't say that with Adrian about a proper goalkeeper, but I'm not going pressure him.
Genie and Endo in the middle. I don't know if it more play Keita, but I more do what a 4-2-3-1, all four. But
No man, I don't think I see what you're saying. I'm not even sure. I don't know.
but yeah,
He tried it once, but I don't know if he's gonna want to do it a number of times. I think he prefers his 4-3-3, and whoever's on the bench comes on.
all right. Can see with
So we'll
us
see.
winning this 3-0.
All right. I'll stick with that as well. Arsenal Burnley. Arsenal at home. Floundering Gunners.
You know, me I talk to you, and bring up Twitter a while ago. You know the first thing me see
Eh.
when they say Arsenal one clone. Um, Burnley. No, not Brighton. No Brighton. It was Brighton. Anyway, it's still possible, but I can't say Brighton winning this 1-0. Honestly.
Well, I would go against that, but I can't really disagree with it because I don't know which Arsenal is showing up. To be honest, I don't know which one is gonna show up for football. And as I said, Burnley have players that can frustrate you. Chris Wood, I don't think is there. I think he's injured, but I could be wrong. Chris Wood is a player that can get at it. But putting him aside, Ashley Barnes I know is there. He's one of those faithful Burnley players who actually has some skill, has an ability, and can find the back of the net. And as you said, they don't want a Sean Dyche team to get a goal, a lead on you, because you're gonna find it very difficult to claw them back, right?
Yep.
As Everton found out. So you don't want to mess with this Burnley team and allow them to get any type of lead, one or even worse, two goals. So Robbie Brady scored in their last fixture against Everton, scored in the 3rd minute from Ashley Westwood, who I think has a very good cross on him. Um, and as you said, Calvert Lewin was able to score back. But just taking a quick look at their last fixture, that's Burnley, who they had Chris Wood, as I said, so he's not injured. Chris Wood started, and Jay Rodriguez, who actually has a can score, has a good shot on him as well. Seen him a few times in terms of what he's done since being at Burnley. Tarkowski and me, solid centre backs. Left back is Taylor, who's pretty good himself, and he's done well this season. And so it's not a star-studded midfield, Dwight McNeil, etc., but they can get the job done. And as I said, if they're able to if they, first of all, if they're able to stop Everton, I didn't really see the fixture, but if they're able to stop Everton from scoring more than a goal with Calvert Lewin with his height, Richarlison with his work rate and how he plays, then they very much can stop Arsenal, who's not done anything in recent times.
Worse with Arbor not firing.
Worse with him not firing for true.
Yeah.
Um, all
Leicester
right,
Brighton.
Leicester, Brighton.
Leicester to win this.
But Leicester have not been good at home, you know. That's what I've realized. Because when I banked on yeah man, it's fantasy talking because that's how I know. When I bank on Leicester to do well at home, they seem better away. I don't know if it's not comfortable at home or I don't know what it is. But trust me, I believe this game is going to be a tough one. Brighton can defend. They're going to make it difficult on Leicester. And I've seen Leicester
Oh,
struggle at home. So I
oh
think
Ben
Leicester can
Ben
do it.
White Ben White and crew. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Couple
think
of
you're right. So
yeah.
Leicester have not been the marauding flying team that has scored a boatload of goals. So they I can foresee a struggle against Brighton. Trust me. So I'm giving that a goal draw.
No.
Um, and finally, the biggest fixture of the round is the Manchester Derby. The the well, I was gonna say the pretenders. The the former contenders now pretenders versus the former pretenders now contenders. Manchester United versus Manchester City, the noisy neighbor is now hearing the yapping of the Man United dogs coming at them, nipping at their heels. And it's going to be an interesting encounter with all the turmoil that happens at Manchester United with their now relegation to the Europa League. Yes, and Manchester City just seem to come rounding into form. It's going to be an interesting encounter. But Man
And
U at home,
and
but
Aguero is back.
Aguero is back, so that's brilliant for them. But Man U at home can pose problems, has posed problems in the past for Manchester City, even when City has been doing well. That's why it's a derby, and anything can happen on a given day. Rashford can turn up. Martial, who not scoring, can turn up. Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, of course. It's not going to be a walkover. Manchester City is going to find a team that is motivated anytime. So,
Question:
yeah, yeah.
Is Cavani banned for the racism thing? The tweet?
Not sure. Not sure. I haven't
Or
heard
not
anything.
yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
haven't heard anything.
All
But
right. Well, if
what
he can play, they have him to deal with too.
yeah, they have a focal point, right? But one thing I'll say is that, as I said, City has been flattering, and they can be got at. It's a derby, so it's not going to be easy. It's going to be for me a close game unless and it's an anomaly. But I can see an odd goal being the reason for victory. So 2-1, 1-0, something to that effect.
That's my thought. But the 2-1 is City.
Yeah, and if City gets their act together, they can overhaul United. But as I said, Bruno Fernandes is there, and when they get into certain positions, they can hurt you. Uh, I wasn't gonna say it, but I have to be. I'm just gonna have to say it. I believe that there's going to be a penalty for Manchester United. Fernandes, of course, is going to take it more than likely to score, and then City either has to claw their way back, or or if the game is tied, gonna have to try to get that winning go-ahead goal. That's what I see. That City's gonna, Man United is gonna get a penalty. You heard it here first.
Anything is possible, bro. Anything is possible.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've covered the league.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're in a healthy position. All the injuries that we've had and still recovering from, yet we are second in the Premier League. We qualified a game early in the Champions League, which we haven't done for some time, and so all is well so far. While certain other things just need to be fixed up and shored up, but it's an interesting time when it comes to football. A lot is going on. I mean, Spurs leading the league is just shocking. For the number of weeks they've led the league is another shock. First to fifth place is just a 4 point gap, and first to sixth is a 5 point gap, with Manchester United having a game in hand. So potentially that could be cut down to what, two? No, not two. It's two. 19,
Yeah,
20,
yeah,
21.
yeah. Two.
Oh, hold on. 20. Oh yeah. So it could be cut down to a 2 point lead.
And City, and if City win it, they what? Move to 21, so a 3 point lead.
Right. So it's interesting to see how this plays out. If both teams end up drawing, which would be brilliant, then I think that would be great for us.
All right, yeah.
So you
All
what?
right,
I'm for a draw.
draw. But I'm looking at future fixtures. We play Tottenham when we play them. When we
after
play
after
what?
after Fulham, I believe.
Yeah, after when we
That's all.
play Sunday, we're playing on Sunday and then we're playing on Wednesday. We play on the 13th and then we play on the 16th. So
Oh,
by the
no,
time
okay.
we meet again,
This
by the
this
time we
month.
meet again, Liverpool would have played two matches.
Okay. Um, 12, 13, 15. All right. Well. You know what? We have no choice then, bro. I know it's late. We're going well into 2 hours, which you don't usually try. We try not to do, but we just have to run through these fixtures because of the sake, for the sake of us not being on until that point. So let's
Listen,
just do
listen,
it quickly.
President. Liverpool game run, man.
The
11:21 now.
Liverpool.
Liverpool game alone, my youth.
Oh, yeah, come someone. All right, me not appreciate. Me not appreciate. All right, go ahead. Liverpool Spurs. Liverpool at home.
2-0.
2-0 Liverpool. I
Yeah.
can see Spurs scoring. It's gonna be a close game. I can 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
2-1 Liverpool. Yeah. Yeah. I doesn't want to touch any other fixtures, but seen a couple other juicy ones, but we'll call it a day. All right, so that's that. All right, you can call it. You can get the right one.
Yep. Alrighty. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. This has been the Arabs Show. Um, I'm Rick Winter, and of course, with me is O'Neill 1892 Campbell. Earlier, we had Demo Righteous with us as we shared, looked at the the EPL. We reviewed our EPL games from last week, the Champions League that concluded today, and we previewed our matches coming up on this weekend. And of course, Liverpool top of the table clash next Wednesday against Tottenham Hotspurs. Who would have thought that Tottenham would have been up there? But yes, they are with a man called Jose Mourinho. All right, so this has been the Arab Sports Show. Thanks for joining us, and we, of course, will be in touch with you. So join us next week, same time, 9:30 p.m. on the dot, where
Like,
we
share,
will pick up.
comment, subscribe.
Heard that? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Where you find us on Facebook at Arab Sports, Twitter at Arab Sports TV1, and on YouTube at Arab Sports TV. That's where you'll find us. Just like, share, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Bless
All
you.
right.
All
Bye
right.
bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.